I've come out to the garden. It's lovely. It's sunny, but it's cloudy and it's cold. And this kind of summer, I can live with. I can live with this. Yesterday's kind of summer just gets me down. You see, yesterday it was windy, or the last 2 days it's been windy, cold and torrential rain. And I don't mind that in the winter because you've got the heating on and the Argo and you can have your wood burners going and it's pleasant. But in the summer it just feels damp and miserable. It really gets me down. But this, especially that cool breeze, yes, I am here for it. Do you want to have a look around this part of the garden? It's a work in progress, bear that in mind. Is that you, Margot? Thing is, Margot, look, I've got a broken window. Well, not a broken window, but you know, broken, what do you call those things? One of them fell off. Look at that dog. Thing is, she wants to be with me until she is with me, and then she patrols the garden, gets out on the road. This is a bit of wilderness. It was just full of weeds and overgrown stuff that I reclaimed last year. I've got my rhubarb there. And then all my lovely cornflowers got gobbled up. I'd filled this area, the mud here, with cornflowers. They got gobbled up. But the zinnias are beginning to get a bit bigger. I've got a rose. It sends out, oh gosh, that's a funny colour on screen. Glowing. It doesn't look like that in real life. Yeah, it's beautiful foliage. It has a lovely, gorgeous flower, and then you get these hips. Got some, oh, it's a bee. Got some cosmos. Cosmos is beginning to perk up. Got a weed there. This fuchsia needs chopping back because it's drowning this out, and I was told that would be a bit of a thug, which is what I need for here, along with Japanese anemone, various types. The wind's picking up. They're a bit slow to get going, but they'll get going, they'll get there. And then this is a leucanthemum, and it was absolutely tiny during lockdown. It was, let me put my cup of tea down. It was about this big, just one of those. Now look at it, it's giant. Can't wait for that to open up. My neighbour, Hannah, she came for supper with the others with her husband, and then Jill and John on Saturday. Oh, let me put my cup of tea up. We've got some oregano here. It's just wild here, it just self-seeds everywhere. These have been sensational, these snapdragons. I sowed them from seed last year, and this year they've just been so happy. So I'm hoping to get plenty of seeds off them and spread them about everywhere. I think this is called hairtail euphorbia. Grew that from seed from my friend Turnip. This is a geranium from next door as well. Then that's gone a bit bonkers there. And then here I planted some sunflowers, and something ate those. Got a few things planted there, not doing very well. This was a cutting, it's going over now, but it was a rose cutting I took from when we had a holiday home in Salcombe. Look at this gorgeous little thing. That was a cutting I took, oh, I can't remember when, ages ago. It's taken a while to get going. It's little shrub rose. At the same time I took this cutting, which, that one doesn't have anything on it, but that one's got a couple of tiny little flowers. Took those from Amy, which is the neighbour over there. When I was looking after her garden, I took loads of cuttings for the pair of us because she was wanting to, why did I take them for her? She wanted, there was a reason, I don't remember what it was now. I think I've shown you all around my vegetable patch. Or did I show my friends on WhatsApp? Oh, I can't remember. I'll do a quick one here. Maybe I'll come out later because actually things look better when it's not sunny. I'm growing some shoes there, can you see? I'll come out later this evening. Well, if I get time. I've got football duties tonight. I'm back in the greenhouse. Honestly, I can't tell you what a joy it is being in here now that it's tidy. I think if I get time today, I'm going to make a start in my sewing room because you'll have picked up from these vlogs that there's not been very much crafting going on this month. I've done very little knitting as a result. I've done an awful lot of gardening. I've done the tiniest amount of sewing, but not sewing projects. It's been finishing off things and oh, I think there's a leak in my, might just be where it's got hot. This is my soapy liquid water to get rid of aphids where I don't want them. I don't mind aphids, they're good for the ladybirds, but I don't really want them killing off my food. It wasn't leaking, it was just as it was getting hot, it was the air expanding was pushing the liquid up and out of the spout. Oh, you didn't think you'd get a physics lesson here today, did you? Oh, it's getting warm in here, so I'm going to hurry up. I've got things that I want to sew. Oh yeah, I was saying that it's been a busy month, and as a result, my sewing room, which I'm so lucky to have. I mean, goodness me, I know I'm a lucky girl. When Toby says he feels lucky, I say, is it luck or is it really good choices and you've worked blinking hard? Whereas for me, it's definitely down to luck. That's how I feel anyway. I know some of it I've created myself, but a lot of it is just really good fortune. It's hot, I'm gonna put my hair up. Oh, it's flying here. I keep losing my train of thought. I've made a muddle in my sewing room, and if I get an opportunity today, I'm going to just tackle a tiny bit of that just to get me started, because if I can feel like I feel in here, in there, then the world is going to be a better place for me. I'm going to sow some seeds. Now I've got, I think I've shown you all this before, I've got some lettuce, dill, rocket, turnip, artichoke, and then I've got some biennials. I'm just going to have a chat with you while I do this. So there might be quite a few funny cuts as I find the things that I need. Just found a Mathiola. It's like a night stock growing in the gravel, so I've plucked it up. I'm going to find a pot. I'm giving blood this afternoon. It's something I do as often as possible. The last year and a half has been a bit funny though. Once I went and I was so cold, it was a real struggle to get the full amount, so we had to work really hard at it. The next time I went, but we did manage it. The next time I went, I wasn't allowed to donate because, it's weird because my blood always, it's either supposed to, when they do the finger prick, it's either supposed to sink or it's supposed to float. And whichever one it's supposed to do, mine does the opposite. So then they have to do the, put it in the little diagnosis machine thing. And usually it comes back as being the really high end of good for a female, which is basically the level of a man, which makes sense because I do run with high testosterone most of the time. But it's weird that it doesn't do what it should do when they do that initial test. And then once they put it in the machine and it came back as really low, kind of borderline anemic. So I don't know, probably age. Let's blame everything on age. I'm going to do the Charles Dowding method here, where what he does is he sprinkles everything that he's going to grow into a seed tray, and then when it's literally only got 2 little sprouting leaves and 1 tiny little root, he plucks it out, pricks it out. It's got the tiny little root, so it doesn't even know it's been tampered with, and then he'll put it on into a module tray. He doesn't do that with things like turnips. He multi-sows those, so directly into a module tray he'll put 3 or 4 seeds and then they just grow as a little group. But things like, I'm trying to think of a good example, this artichoke and these foxgloves and echinopsis, that's what I will do. So as I'm doing this, I'll have a little chat with you because I can't believe it's the end of the month. I can't believe it's 30th of June. I've got my 100 squats to do today and then I've done my 1,000 for the month. However, I have realised that if I was doing them on the hour every hour from 8 o'clock, then my 5 o'clock set should have been when I stopped. But to begin with, I was doing them at 6 o'clock as well. So I am well over 3,000 already. Right, I've just had a read of my packets and all of these I can sew direct. Just trying to think what the weather's going to be like. I think now is a good day to do it. So I need to prepare that bed and that one up there. Okay, put these to one side. Where are my labels? Can't find anything now I'm tidy. It's getting so hot in here and my hair won't stay up. I'm gonna have to put a chopstick in it, I think. There we are. I'm pleased to report that, having said my palpitations had all but gone, they have now completely gone. I can't remember when I last had a palpitation. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that, because I really did not want there to be a problem, obviously, and I really did not want to have to go on medication, because for a number of reasons. I have no problem with taking medication. How deep do I plant this? Doesn't say. I have no problem with taking medication. If I need it, I take it. I take citalopram every day. It keeps the black dog away. And one day it would be nice to come off, but last time I tried, I felt like driving my car into a wall, and that's not good. So yeah, I've got absolutely no issues with taking medication if you need to, but if there's an alternative route, that's what I will do. If I get a headache, I'll drink water, put something cold on my head, put my feet up for a bit, just wait for it to go before I reach for any paracetamol. So I didn't want to have to start taking beta blockers when there were other things that I could try, and I've tried this, giving up the caffeine, taking better care of myself, sorting out my omega levels. So I had tests to see if there was something going on, and that showed that my omega levels were out of whack and my testosterone was high, both of which can cause palpitations. Testosterone, there's lots of ways that you can lower it, but for me the best way is just to shift a little bit of weight. So I haven't weighed myself since last week, but from my clothes and from the trajectory, I think I've probably lost 6 pounds, and I think that's made a massive difference, because although I do fall in the BMI of an overweight category, which I think is ludicrous. I mean, look at me. Look. Apparently, I'm overweight. I look fine. I think I look absolutely fine. My alarm for my squats went off just as I was about to rant, just as well. Yeah, I don't have the body of a 16-year-old model, and I never did, even when I was 16. And that's completely fine. Doesn't bother me, as long as I'm fit and healthy, as long as I can do what I want to do. I think this pencil's seen better days. Then I'm happy. Equinox. But I have to say, bodies are clever things, and they give you signs when something's up, and my body gave me a sign, so I listened to it. I need to be a bit careful in here because that sun is hot on my back, and I got sunburnt, didn't I, at the beginning of the month on my shoulders. But do you know what? By the end of I've told you this, by the end of the next day, or in the morning the next day, it had gone. Definitely put that down to avoiding seed oils. Can't think what else it would be. Normally I'd be burnt for weeks. Days. Not complaining. I've made a little list of things that I need to catch up with you to tell you all about. It's basically just a roundup of what I've got up to and things I'm quite pleased about having achieved. I'm very pleased that I managed to eBay off a load of stuff, and that I've made and sent presents, well, made ages ago, but finished off and sent presents off to people. I haven't sent them all off. There's 2 people I've made stuff for that I still haven't parcelled them up and sent them off. But one of them I'm hoping to see, so it kind of slows me down a bit. Let's poke those Equinox in. Hopefully next time I come back on, these will all have sprouted and I can show you them. I'm thrilled with my greenhouse, as you know. I'm chuffed to bits with our outdoor space, which we've not been able to use for about a week because of the weather. Really, it's that kind of thing that is going to make me embrace summer. I do struggle with summer. I struggle with how much there is to do, with how much gardening there is. That's just the whole thing. I just much prefer winter. But that outdoor space is making me feel like summer's not so bad. So I've seen my family this month. I've seen Toby's side of the family. I've seen my cousins, which is just divine. It's just been great. I've seen friends. I've seen some of my good friends, my oldest friends. There's friends that I've not caught up with this month, but next month I will remedy that. I've done loads of cooking and baking, more than I usually do. I've experimented. I've made evaporated milk. I've made clotted cream. I've made ice cream. I've sorted out Bill's college. We've been there. We've visited it. I've made teachers' gifts ready for leaving. I just feel like it has been a really good month. It's been a really good month, and it's been made so much more incredible living this month with you guys in my pocket. You really, really spur me on. Honestly, you can't know just how much you fire me up and get me going. It's just magic. Can I sew some more of these? When? Oh, and August to October for next year. I'm a month early, but we're having a crap summer. So here I am to give blood, and this is a church. Well, I've got to say, that felt very nice in there. It was a really nice atmosphere, really good vibe. Well, my chums, that's it. It's the end of June Vlogs 2022. But it's not the end of vlogging or the end of my channel. I will be back because I love being here and I really enjoy just the whole thing, the whole experience, especially the comments. I love the comments. They just make my day. I'm waiting for Wilfred now to finish football. Usually I have 4 boys that I take to football, but one of them's off to see the Formula 1 races tonight. One of them came out of water games feeling sick, had a tummy ache, and one of them, I don't know what he's doing. So it's just Wilfie. It was just Wilf and I. So we had to kill an hour. We had our in-car picnic and a chat. And he's now running around in the field up there. They're going to blow the whistle in a minute, so I need to go. I can't speak. You're used to that though, aren't you? Gonna get home, have supper, get myself sorted out for tomorrow, and then edit yesterday's vlog. So there's nothing much more now to show you. So all that remains is for me to say a million heartfelt thanks for being here and just spurring me on and doing what you do. I do read all the comments. I reply as I go to some of them if I've got time at the time. Over the next few months, I will be trying my best to catch up and leave a message in return, even if it's just a smiley face emoji and even if it's just clicking the love heart, because I like to do that. I know you don't expect it, but I like to do that. Sometimes when I get replies to my replies, I don't find them for months and months and months, even, or if at all. So unless I've asked you a question or something, don't worry about spending the time replying to my reply, because I might never see it. It's just the way that the YouTube app and YouTube Studio app works. It's a bit weird like that. I don't know why it shows you some things and not others. There's a chap next to me and he's fast asleep. He's got his window open. I've got mine shut, but hopefully he can't hear me. I think he's fast asleep. That's the back of his head. He's not moved. He's not moved in ages. Oh, I don't really know how to finish this vlog now. Sort of feel a bit sad it's over, but I don't think I can carry on next month. I need to do some knitting. I need to do some crafting. Vlogging happens in my spare time, obviously, and if I'm vlogging, then I'm not doing the crafting. Well, at least not when I'm busy at this time of year. Oh, that's enough now. See you soon. I'll see you soon for an actual proper podcast where I will talk about a couple of things that I've finished over the last couple of months and tag everything and give you all the proper details. Bye.